Hi guys, we're doing a live video today for Amul India. So we're just gonna wait for a couple of people to join in and then I'm gonna start with my introduction. Hi everyone who's saying hello, everyone who's joined in. We are live from the Amul India page on Facebook and we're also live on my Instagram page, which is Chef Anayata Dhondi. I'll do a quick introduction for all the people who've joined in for the live session right now. My name is Anayata Dhondi. I'm the chef partner at Soda Bottle Lopnawala in Cyber Hub. I am Parsi and I do share a lot of Parsi recipes and I run the restaurant at Cyber Hub. But most importantly, during the lockdown, as restaurants are shut, I am at home just like all of you are at home. We have to stay home and we have to stay safe and we have to practice social distancing, and that's why we've been doing these live videos. And it's a honor and a privilege actually to be on Amul India's Facebook page, because Amul products are something that we've grown up using and I have been using it in my cooking. And when Amul got in touch with me to do this live recipe, I was super excited because I think we've grown up having Amul butter, Amul dahi, Amul milk. So today we're doing a really simple recipe. It's nothing complicated. It's only going to take us 15 minutes. It's a dark chocolate chip cookie which is eggless. We're going to be using Amul dark chocolate and we're going to be using Amul butter. So those are the two ingredients that we're going to be using. Everyone who's just joined in, hi, hello, how are you? I hope you're home and you're safe. The recipe that we're doing today is an eggless chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's super easy. I'm going to tell you the ingredients, I'm going to tell you the quantities, and I'm going to make it and show it to you. And hopefully this video is going to be saved so that you can always come back to it. I am going to be giving the phone now to my brother who's going to be helping me shoot this video. So just give us a second while we switch the cameras and we show you all the ingredients. So here we are with all the ingredients, and here I am with my notebook with all the ingredients and the recipe. So just to let you guys know, whenever you're making any cakes or cookies, you have to make sure that you have a written recipe, because this is not like, it's not cooking. Baking is more scientific. So you need to have your exact quantities. You need to make sure that you've got all your ingredients ready over here. So I'm just going to show you the ingredients first. We've got some maida, whatever maida you can get in the market. 1 cup of maida. You can use a cup, which is a baking cup, which has exact measurements, or you can use any other cup that you might have. So we need 1 cup of maida. We need half a cup of castor sugar. Castor sugar is nothing but pisa hua chini. You just need to make sure that you've ground your sugar, granulated sugar in your mixie. Don't buy it from the market. Just use that. We've got 100 grams of Amul dark chocolate. I like using the dark chocolate, but you can also use the hazelnut chocolate. We're just going to chop this up and add it. We need 3/4 cups of Amul butter. Amul butter is going to be slightly salty, and we do need some salt as well. So we'll be using 3/4 cup of the butter, and we're going to be using a pinch of salt as well. So these are the ingredients that you need, and we're also going to be putting some nuts. Depending on whatever nuts you have at home, you can use walnuts, almonds. If you want to add some raisins, you can do that. And all that you need is a baking tray. So I've just got a baking tray. You can use any tray. I've put some parchment paper or baking paper so that your cookies don't stick. So we're going to keep this here. We're going to keep this ready. And this is our tray to cool the cookies. So let's start. We're going to start by measuring the maida. I'm going to put this over here. So we're going to measure 1 cup of maida. So whenever you're measuring, make sure that you get the exact quantity. What I do is I do this. so that you can see exactly the amount. So this is 1 cup right here. We're going to be using a sieve and a bowl. So we're putting this there. We're putting a pinch of salt and we're just going to sieve this. Now we're going to be measuring out the sugar. So we need half a cup of sugar. I will repeat the recipe at the end as well. So this is caster sugar, which is pisa hua chini. Some of you are saying it's hard for you guys to hear. I hope the volume is fine. I don't have an exhaust on or anything, but let me just see. Maybe the fan is on. Just give me a second. Okay. Can you hear me better? I'm just gonna ask you guys. Can you hear me a little bit better? I hope you can. Okay, so I'm gonna try and speak a little louder. If we can just come here, I'll just repeat what I've done. I've just taken maida, which is normal flour, whatever you have in the market. I've put 1 cup of flour and I've sieved it. I've put half a cup of sugar, which is pisa hua chini or caster sugar, and I'm gonna put it in another bowl. So I've got this measured out. I've also got my Amul butter over here, which is what we're going to be using to make these cookies. This is the salted butter. I prefer using salted butter because a little bit of salt in your cooking is extremely important. So what we're going to do is we're just going to open it up. And I had kept this in the fridge. So make sure that you keep your butter in the fridge, otherwise it's too hot right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to slice it. Okay, so I can see your comments. Some of you are saying that you can't see clearly. Some of you are saying that you can't hear clearly. I hope you guys can hear and see both clearly. I'm just chopping up the butter into small pieces because we want to measure 3/4 cups. So we're just going to be putting this like this. And as you can see, I'm making small pieces. And just to repeat the recipe, if you guys want to note it down, it's 1 cup of flour, half a cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of butter, 100 grams of Amul dark chocolate, which is what we're going to be chopping up and using, and a handful of nuts. Those are the only ingredients that you need. So I'm just going to first see how much. So once you put this in the cup, how do you measure it? You just have to press the butter down to make sure that you've got 3/4 cup. So what's happened right now, it's at 2/3, so we're going to add a little bit more. And make sure that we get it to 3/4 cup. Don't melt your butter, because if you melt the butter, you're not going to get the kind of texture that we want for the cookie. So that is 3/4 cup right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to add this to the maida, the entire thing. And as a chef, you have to keep cleaning as you go. So we're going to just put back the butter and leave it on the side. And now is the important technique. So this is a chef's technique. This is what really worked for me. What I do is I take a fork. You can use your fingers as well. And what we do is we just want to mash the butter, which is quite cold because it was from the fridge, and we want to make it like a sand-like texture. So we want to make sure that we're pushing down the fork into the flour and we're making it sandy. I can convert it into grams and give it to you. When I do post the recipe, I can tell you right now. What you can do is you can use Google. If you write 1 cup of flour, you can, convert it, because all ingredients in cups would be different grammages. So I'm giving it to you in cups because I think it's easier to do it at home in cups. but if you want to do it in grams, you can convert it. And for everyone who's just joined in and the comments that I've been reading, just to let you guys know, we're making an eggless chocolate chip cookie. It's an easy 15-minute recipe, and what we've done is we've just taken 1 cup of flour, half a cup of sugar, 3/4 cups of butter. Butter needs to be cold so that you can mix it and get it into a sandy texture. This sandy texture is what will give you your cookie the softness plus a bite at the same time. So as you can see, slowly we're getting the texture right. Just keep mixing it. You can use your fingertips as well. I'm just using a fork because I feel it might be a little bit cleaner. Just press it. I'm just going to see your questions. I haven't put any sugar yet, and I will be sharing the recipe in grams later as a post. So as you can see, these big pieces, I'm just breaking the big pieces of butter. And now what we're going to do is, this is the texture that we kind of want. Okay, so what we're going to do is, now we're adding the sugar. I always like sieving everything, so we're just adding the sugar. The sugar is half a cup of caster sugar. You can just piso your sugar at home. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just give it a good mix. In this bowl, we've got flour, butter and sugar. 3 basic ingredients for your chocolate chip cookie, and a pinch of salt. As you can see, it's become a sandy texture. This is what we call a sandy texture. To make any cookies like shortbread cookie, you need to get this texture. It's a little bit of work, but it's worth it. We're going to put this on the side. We're going to open our dark chocolate, and we're going to be, so this is a 150 grams box, and so if we're going to just break it into half and cut it open. I'm going to use a knife and a chopping board. Okay. So all that you want to do with your dark chocolate is, a lot of people are asking me, where will you get chocolate chips? I really like using the Amul dark chocolate, and I'm going to be using the bigger piece because it's 150 grams. So we're going to save the smaller piece. And what we're going to do is, we're just going to chop. So if you chop it like this, you get this really nice chocolate flakes, chocolate chip. You don't need to buy chocolate chips. Someone was asking me that, where can we find chocolate chips? In the middle of the lockdown, just use what you have, and this chocolate works really well. Okay, so if there are any questions, I'm going to keep reading it while I'm cooking. I'm going to try and do that. So yes, I am using Amul salted butter, and I'm using Amul dark chocolate. I'll just keep the phone next to me so I can read the questions as well. So I think there's someone asking me about the dark chocolate. I'm not using compound chocolate. I'm using Amul dark chocolate. This is the one. I'm going to just put it here. You can use whatever chocolate you have, but I've made this cookie at least 3-4 times with the Amul dark chocolate during the lockdown, and it's been amazing. So I would recommend you to use this. The quantity of chocolate is 100 grams. I just read your question, Nina. Please shift camera towards left. Okay, we'll shift the camera towards left. Okay, so the chocolate is cut. We're going to be adding the chocolate. And I've got some chopped walnuts. If you guys can see the chopped walnuts, you can put anything, any nuts that you have, but it's important to give some nuts. It gives a really nice texture. So we're going to be using some chopped walnuts and 100 grams of chocolate. What I'm going to do is take my bowl and I'm going to add the chocolate. And we're going to be adding a handful of nuts. So just take a handful of nuts and put the nuts. So I have got these nuts. They were in the fridge. They've been chopped. They can be used in different dishes. And now we're going to give it a good mix. As you can see, there's some big pieces of chocolate. We want that because in the chocolate chip cookie, we want to make sure that we have all the big pieces of chocolate. And now is the time that we use our hands. And you'll see with the warmth of your hands how the cookie dough kind of comes together. Can we use milk chocolate? Yes, you can use milk chocolate. You want to use atta. You can do a mixture of atta and maida. I'm just showing you a classic recipe. After that, it's up to you. How much do you want to do? How much do you want to change? How much do you want to add? You can use compound chocolate. You can use any nuts. Almonds work really well. Walnuts work very well. You can put pistachios as well, but they're very expensive. So it's up to you. You can put mixed nuts. You can put cashew nuts. And as you can see, because it's so warm and the temperature of your hands are so high, the butter kind of melts and you get this kind of dough. Once you get this dough, you don't want to work it too much. You don't want to keep pressing at it. It's not bread. You just want to make sure that it's lightly combined and it's not sticking to the sides of your bowl, and your dough is ready. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take your baking tray. Just going to make a little bit of space. And this is your baking tray. What I'm going to do is add some leftover butter. I'm just putting some butter at the bottom because it helps it stick. You don't need to put any butter on top. I've just put some butter at the bottom. And what we're going to do is you're going to take the dough. This dough will make you 24 cookies if you're making. You just want to make sure that you roll it round and you press it slightly. That's all that you need to do. So I'll just repeat the recipe while I'm making the cookies. It's 1 cup of flour, half a cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of butter. I'm using Amul salted butter for all of you who asked the question. I'm using 100 grams of chocolate. I've used Amul dark chocolate, and a pinch of salt and a handful of nuts. So any nuts you can use. I've used walnuts. You can use any nuts. And this dough will make about 24 cookies. All that you need to do is roll it and press it. You don't want to make it flat completely. You want it to be a little bit round and to have a little bit of a puffiness. You'll see once we've baked it. At this time, you also need to preheat your oven at 180 degrees. So you must be asking me the temperature. 180 degrees is for the oven. I will be posting the recipe. I will be sharing the video so that you have it, and I will also be telling you how much in grams do you need it. But most importantly, you guys can also Google it if you want it. You can just convert it from cups to grams. So 180 degrees, 12 to 15 minutes, that's it, and these are ready. As you can see, if you can see in the camera, we've got 12 cookies here, and we've got another dough which is for 12 more cookies. This dough is very easily freezable. You can put it in the freezer and bake your cookies fresh anytime. I'm just going to take this to the oven and be back in a second with the cookies that I've baked. So here I am with the cookies that I've baked. These are the same cookies that I've baked previously. These three over here, as you can see, what I did was before baking them, I just put them in some crushed biscuits, leftover croissants. You can put oats, you can put cornflakes. They have a gorgeous crispness around it. I'm going to break one cookie and show you. Just give me a second. So just focus on the cookies and show them the cookies. Okay, so I'm gonna take your questions. If you're making this on a normal stove, you can try this on the tawa, but you have to make sure there's a completely different technique on the tawa, so you have to be a little careful. But I just want to show you the cookie. So if you take one of these cookies, how do you know if a cookie is really good? There are cracks on the top. This cookie was baked for 12 to 15 minutes at 180 degrees. And the base is what you need to check. It needs to have a really nice golden color, golden brown color. That is important. So whenever you're baking, make sure to take one cookie and see the color at the bottom. And I'm just going to break it and hear the crunch. Can you hear that crunch? So that crunch is really important. You want this texture. You want it to be crunchy. The butter technique that we did, which was the sandy texture, is what gives it the technique. It's very crispy. I'm going to just show you the texture. So if there are any questions, I'm going to take them right now. I'm also going to have a bite of the cookie while we're doing that. It's really easy, the recipe. Okay, so you can freeze this dough in the freezer for a couple of weeks. Actually, nothing happens to the dough, but you need to make sure that no water should get into the dough. So make sure that you have a Ziploc bag, or you can put it into a cling wrap, but make sure that no water goes into the dough. There is no baking powder or baking soda in this recipe. The butter that we've used is Amul butter. We've used 3/4 cups. So this is the cup that I use for the butter. This much, 3/4 cup. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just turn the camera around and give you a recap. And then answer all your other questions. Okay, so hi guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. It was really easy. It's only 12 to 15 minutes in the oven. These chocolate chip cookies are eggless. I'm actually going to get the plate with me so that I can keep eating this while I speak to you. But I'm really happy that you guys enjoyed it. You can sprinkle oats or cornflakes. I'll just show you one of the cookies if you guys can just wait for a second. Just gonna turn the camera around. So these ones, oh no, this is a filter, sorry. Ones right here, which I'm focusing on right now, are the cookies which have a crust on top of it. Before baking, all that you need to do is take your cookie and put the crust, just dip it into a plate with, you know, any of the crusts that are there. Just dip it like that and then bake it in the oven and you'll get this crust. These are the plain cookies which have no crust on it. how long in the oven and what temperature. I've baked it for 12 to 15 minutes at 180 degrees. My cookies don't get fluffy. So Payal, I hope you saw the technique that I used. It kind of gives you that fluffiness. It's important to get that sandy texture. Both rods have to be on in the oven. Microwave convection mode, you just need to preheat the oven at 180 degrees, and you have to make sure that you have your microwave safe bowl. So it's really easy. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm just gonna repeat all the ingredients. I know these are lots of questions from you guys. 3/4 cup of butter in grams. You'll have to. You can make the same cookies gooey if you cook them for a lesser time. So I wanted them to be crisp, so I've kind of cooked them for 12 to 15 minutes. So Amul does have its dark chocolate and hazelnut chocolate. I'm just going to be quickly repeating all the ingredients. So the recap of the recipe is 1 cup of maida, 3/4 cup of butter, 100 grams of Amul dark chocolate. I've got some castor sugar here. So we've got castor sugar, which is 1/2 cup of castor sugar, which is pisava chini, and salt. So just a pinch of salt. And in that box at the back, which is a green box, it has some chopped walnuts. So that's the recipe. Those are just 6 ingredients. And you need a bowl. And you need to bake your cookies at 180 degrees. You can use oats, you can use wheat flour, you can use whatever you want. I will be posting the video. The video will be saved on the Amul page. And I'm just going to plate up the cookies. So what we're going to do is... So there's just one small little tip that I'm going to give you. Just one small little tip that I'm going to give you. When you get the cookies out of the oven, when they're still warm, take them out on a cooling rack. I'm just putting them on a cooling rack. And this will actually make your cookies crisp. So I've kept them on a cooling rack, and you want to leave them cooled for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Don't store them in an airtight container, because if you store it in an airtight container, the moisture will actually make the cookies soggy. So I've already given you a recap. There's no egg, there's no baking powder, there's no baking soda. It's very simple. We're just going to plate these up. And these cookies here have a little bit of crunch with some leftover croissant or oats or cornflakes, whatever you want. So here it is. Easy peasy eggless chocolate chip cookies with Amul butter and Amul dark chocolate. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. If there are any questions, you can always connect with me on my Facebook page, which is Chef Anayata and Dhondi, or at the Soda Bottle Opener Wala page, or on Instagram at @Anayata Dhondi. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If there are any questions, please do leave them in the comments and I will get back to you. Just gonna say bye to you guys. Thanks guys, and I hope you guys try this recipe at home. It's really hot right now, but I hope the cookies make you feel better. Thank you guys. See you later. Bye.